And I apologize for the running late today, but man, it's gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. It is what it is, man. Come on in, and give you guys a minute to get in here before we get started. What's up with you, family, man? Come on in, come on in, come on in, man. Got caught up doing a whole bunch of stuff. I got a brand new fish tank that I'm all dressed, messed up. What's up with you, Eric? What's up with you, Dennis? Man, I got a brand new fish tank that I'm trying to get set up. Another turtle tank that I got, trying to get everything set up, and man, just lost track of the time. I apologize for that. Scorpio Mama, what's up with you? Paul, what's up with you, my brother? Man, it is what it is. It's gonna be rough today. This is gonna be rough, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I make no apologies for that. I'm just letting you guys know in advance that man, this is gonna be a rough one. Okay. Um, man, it is what it is. Man, family. Before we get started, I was blessed today. Everything happens for a reason, and you guys know I talk about that a lot on this channel. Before I get started, man, I bless each and every one of you that come on in. May God continue to guide you, keep you, bless you, and aid you in your growth and development. Man, Excel, got a lot I want to say, man, and it's gonna be rough. You know what I mean? It's gonna be rough. Raymond, what's up, brother? Um, Man, I was blessed today with I had this brother who's on the platform who's moderator, Paul Morbidelli. This brother's been part of the tribe for a number of years, and he's actually the one who came up with the logo, the butterfly, and the feather that you guys see as my logo. And brother just drew it and blessed me with it. Um, this brother's been great. He's a chef. He's phenomenal brother. You know what I mean? Um, he blessed me with something, and man, I want to put it out to the rest of the tribe, because I'm a believer that man, if we don't support each other, how can we expect everybody else to support? How can we expect the world to become a more loving place? How can we expect the world to look out for each other if we as a tribe won't look out for each other? You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? I believe that as a tribe, we have to lead by example. We have to lead by example. And part of that, man, this brother Drew, I'm nervous. You know what I mean? Y'all bear with me, please. Look at that. I'm hitting the stuff. I'm tripping today. Man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? This brother, he wrote this child's book, this children's book, Gabby's Galaxy. Phenomenal book, children's book. He blessed me with it, and I got it in the mail today. Paul, brother, I bless you. I thank you. I honor you. I salute you, brother. Um, and man, it's a phenomenal book. It's in line with what we're talking about today. We're different. You know what I mean? We're different. Stop tripping. Stop trying to fit in. You know what I mean? Stop trying to fit in. We're divergent. You know what I mean? We're divergent. We're totally different from the rest of humanity. You know what I mean? And that's so hard for us to understand as a tribe. That's so hard for us to understand as a people. And so Paul he drew the pictures for this book. He just wrote the book. You know what I mean? And I want to bless five of you with this book. I'll make the announcement at the end of the live stream. Um, you can find this book on Barnes and Noble. You can find it at barnesandnoble.com and I believe Amazon.com. And Paul could put up the information on there. Um, I want to bless five of you with a copy of this book. Um, and so again, I'm all about supporting each other. I'm all about looking out for each other. I'm all about, man, if I can't support you and I say that we tribe, if I say I love you, if I say I'm family or that we're family and I can't support your honest endeavors, I can't lift you up and use what I have to be a beacon of blessing to you, then I'm just like everybody else in humanity. You know what I mean? I'm no freaking good. And so my way of showing my support to this brother is that man, I get nothing out of this. You know what I mean? I don't get a copy of this. I mean, I don't get a piece of this. I don't get a percentage of this or nothing. But I want to bless five of you, with a hard copy of this book, Gabby's Gabby's Galaxy, an introduction to higher dimension. Again, it's Gabby's Galaxy Introduction to Higher Dimensions. It talks about, man, just different star seeds and just all of that stuff, man. And I just want to be a blessing to five of you. So for five of you that would love a copy of this book, man, just put your information or put your name in the comment, say that you would love a copy of this, man, um, and we'll get you a copy of this book, hard copy. Man, family, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. God help us. I want to talk to you guys, and I've talked to you about this story in the past um, about um, Divergent. There's a movie that came out years ago, and if you really watch this movie, if you really paid attention to this movie, you understand the dynamics and the power of this movie, Divergent, Divergent, Divergent. So many of us have grown up in families, and yet the movie's about this young lady who grew up in a household, grew up in a family, and the time frame was that your family guided you. Your family told you pretty much who you were going to be, and you were going to be um, what if you're interested in a copy of the well, just put your email in there or shoot me an email at spiritualdrillinstructor.com. If you would love a copy of this book, again, I'm sending five of them out to you guys. Order five of them, send them out to you guys. Just put your information or shoot me an email at spiritualdrillinstructor. And I'll get the information and I'll get hooked up with you and send it out to you. Again, just shoot me an email, spiritualdrillinstructor. But the movie Divergent, it's about a young lady who goes and she's raised by her mom and dad, and she has a brother, and people are categorized in five different groups of society. You know what I mean? Society says this is what you're gonna be. This is the type of person you're gonna be. And so when you get to a certain age, you gotta go take this test. And this test tells you your place in life. This test tells you where you're going to be graded. This test tells you where you're going to be as a contributing factor to society. You could choose what you want to do, but we're going to give you this test. And this test is to aid you and guide you and instruct you on where we think as a society you're best fitted. Okay. And so the young lady takes the test and she finds out that she's divergent. Okay. And so many of us as chosen ones, as light workers and star seeds, man, again, that's what this book is all about. And again, it's crazy how life works out. It's crazy how universe source works out. I was going to have this conversation last week on the live stream, and God said, no, not so. You know what I mean? Put it off. And I didn't know that we're going to do it till today. And I got the package in the mail. I was like, time. It's time. And so we're going to talk about your place in life. You're going to talk about your place in the universe. Why you seem so different. Why your life has been so chaotic and so hell bent. You know what I mean? Why your family and the people around you have been so hell bent in keeping you stuck in a certain narrative, keeping you stuck in a certain paradigm, keeping you stuck in a certain belief system. So many of us, we grew up in families that said they loved us. We grew up in families that said they cared about us. We grew up in families that we thought had our best interests at heart. And the truth be told, they wanted us stuck just like them. The truth be told, they wanted us to be just like them. Not knowing that we were stars, see, not knowing that, man, that's not who we are. Not knowing that's not why we came here. That's not our purpose in this life. And so, so many as we grew up trying to fit in. We grew up just trying to kiss everybody's ass and, man, just trying to be validated. And the truth is, we've struggled with who am I? Why am I here? Why do I have to go through whoop de whoop de whoop? Why has this been my life, my struggle? Why is this my story? We're going there today. This is going to get rough. This is going to get rough. And again, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You didn't come here to fit in. You didn't come here to be like everybody else. You came here as a divergent. You came here as something different, something out of the norm. You came here to wake everybody the fuck up. But so many of us, quote unquote, chosen ones and woke motherfuckers and people that think they stars and da da da. They think they waking people up about what the fuck is going on with Donald Trump, what the fuck is going on with the quote unquote Illuminati, what the fuck is going on with Jay-Z, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, whatever the fuck these people's names is. That's not why you fucking came here. You didn't come here to talk about somebody else's fucking raggedy ass life. You didn't come here to talk about how come Donald Trump's not a good president? How come Donald Trump's a great president? Whatever your fucking beliefs are in regards to that, that's not your lot in life. That's not your purpose in life. We've got to grow the fuck up. We didn't come here to preach Jesus. This is going to be rough. This is going to get rough. And again, I make no apologies for that. It's better to live like Jesus than to talk about Jesus. What am I saying? There's so many motherfuckers want to preach Jesus and ain't living shit like how Jesus lived. Everybody want to talk about Yahshua, Jesus, Buddha, you know what I mean? Whatever these people, Gandhi, Muhammad, everybody want to talk about these people, but they not near motherfucker trying to live humble. Ain't not near motherfucker trying to live their purpose like these people. We're going there. This is going to get rough. I promise you that. And so we go through life. And so many of us, we get hooked up in relationships and we think, okay, man, I'm going to get married. I'm going to have this kids and I'm going to have this family. And that's my purpose in life. It's to raise my kids. My purpose in life is to be married and committed to this man and to support him. My purpose is married to this woman to lift her up and support her, whatever her endeavors are in life. And we think that's our purpose. We think, okay, whatever our job is, whatever we choose as a fucking career, that's our purpose. So we think. We got to grow the fuck up and understand that's not your fucking purpose. That's just how you choose to make a means. That's just how you choose to make finances, make money, to be able to take care of your family. That's not your fucking purpose. So there's a difference. There's a difference. So a whole lot of people make great money and they ain't walking in their purpose. So a whole lot of people making six, seven figures a year and suicidal and depressed. So a whole lot of people make great money and they're manipulative, they're narcissistic, they're hateful, they're bitter, they're toxic as fuck. We've got to grow the fuck up and understand who the fuck we are. We've got to grow the fuck up and understand why am I here? I didn't come here just to be like my fucking daddy. I didn't come here just to be like my fucking mama. I didn't come here to be a nurse like my mama. I didn't come here to be a doctor like my daddy. I didn't come here to be a lawyer like my grandpa. We didn't come here for the bullshit. And when you look at the movie Divergent, everybody's stuck in these fucking five different categories. When you look at society, you look at life. It's a trip how we fall in that same fucking game. You got people that want to be politicians. You got people that want to be entertainers, people that want to be doctors and nurses and stuff like that, lawyers and stuff like that, people that want to be engineers and that all that other stuff. And I'm not knocking that, but that's not your motherfucking purpose in life. At what point are we gonna grow the fuck up and understand who the fuck we are and why we're here? At what point are we gonna stop preaching about Jesus and everybody else and start living our fucking authentic nature? The problem is we spend so much time, we get so distracted with all of this foolishness, we get so distracted on the stupid ass superficial shit that we lose track of time. We lose track of who we are and why we're here. And how come our life is so different? We don't want it to be different. What's up with your sparse, right? We don't want our life to be different. We don't want people to see us as quote unquote different because that makes us seem weird. It's crazy how in today's society, being different has been seen as weird. Being your authentic self is being weird. People call you a fucking weirdo because you rock crystals and you truly understand the purpose of crystals. People call you weird because you enjoy your peace and mind over the fucking bullshit. People call you a strange fruitcake and all this other stupid ass shit because they don't understand the peace and joy you have. They don't understand how the hell you got so much peace. How the hell everything always working out for you. What makes you so fucking different from everybody else? You ain't better than me. No, we're not saying we're better than you as chosen ones, as light workers, as star seeds and healers. We're not saying we're better than anybody. We're just acknowledging the fact that, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not trying to be like you motherfuckers no more. I'm not trying to fit in the fucking game no more. I'm not trying to play the fucking bullshit and move up in corporate America and all this other stupid ass shit without walking in my fucking authority, without walking in the fucking power and the purpose in which I came here. How the hell is it? You get all these entertainers, millions of dollars. They got all these fucking followers and they strung out on fucking dope. They strung out on fucking alcohol. Their relationships are toxic as fuck. At what point are we as starseeds? At what point are we as chosen ones gonna wake the fuck up and say, hold on, wait, time out, time out, time out, time out, time out, time out. Do I want to be like them? And the truth be told, the great majority of us want to be like them because we want the quote unquote financial blessings. We want to be accepted and loved by everybody else. We want everybody to follow us. We want everybody to think that, oh man, they're so blessed by God and they're highly favored and because look at the money they have and look at the followers they have and that's not being blessed by God. That's not being chosen by God. You got all these fucking followers. That don't mean that God chose your ass. You got all these people looking up to you. It don't mean that God is using you. Don't mean that you're walking in your purpose. Don't mean that, man, you're being authentic. You're being authentically you. And the truth is, the great majority of us, we've never understood what being authentically us is. The great majority of us, we've never understood who the fuck we are. This is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. And this is why so many of us, we spend so much time pushing this narrative about, man, I'm trying to get to heaven. I want to get to heaven, get into heaven, get into heaven, get into heaven. Fuck going to heaven. And if that messes with your fucking religious beliefs, oh well. You got to grow the fuck spiritually. God didn't send you to fucking earth so just so you could go to fucking heaven. God didn't send you on earth to go through all the fucking pain and the struggles and the bullshit you did just so that your ass could go to fucking heaven. That's not even fucking logical. And when you really sit back and think about it, it's like, hold on, wait a minute. If God really wanted your ass in fucking heaven, you don't think that he could just took your ass straight to heaven without you going through all the fucking hell you went through? Without you going through the fucking broken hearts and the depression and suicidal thoughts and losing fucking everything you did just so you go to fucking heaven? We got to grow up. We got to grow up. We got to learn to start thinking outside of the box. We got to learn to shake off all of the fucking programming that we got. That's the religious programming, that's the fucking political programming, and all the other bullshit that they teach us to keep us divided, to keep us hating with each other, to keep us fighting with each other. Divergent. We're different. I'm choosing a different course. I see what you guys are talking about. I see what the country's talking about. I see what the country's trying to do to us, but I'm not playing your fucking game. I'm not playing your fucking game. And the reason why they don't want you to play, the reason why they want you to play the game is so that they can fucking control you. And as long as they got you fucking controlled, and so many of us, we have to, well, I think for myself, no, you're fucking programmed. You're stuck and you don't even know it. And that's the cold part about the fucking system. It has you so fucking dumbed down, and the whole time you think you're fucking woke. You think you're fucking woke because you know all fucking books of the Bible. You think you're fucking woke because you know Genesis to fucking Revelation. That don't make you fucking woke. Just like going to fucking college don't make you fucking woke. I'm not knocking going to college. I'm going to go out to California to see my son, my oldest son, graduate with his master's degree from USC. I'm not knocking education. But in the process of learning this bullshit that they're pushing, don't you think you need to know who the fuck you are? In the process of regurgitating all this shit just to get a fucking piece of paper, say that you're intelligent. You got a master's degree, or you got a doctorate degree, or you got a BS or BA. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit if you don't know who the fuck you are. At some point, at some point, we got to understand if we're starseed, if we're truly a chosen one, what does it mean to be a chosen one? What does it mean to be different? What does it mean to be called out? What does it mean to be set aside? What does it mean to be divergent? It means I'm not playing the fucking games that the rest of humanity is playing. It means I'm not stuck to this fucking system. It means that I'm thinking outside of the fucking matrix. It means I'm not connected to the matrix. I'm not allowing the matrix to control my fucking life. At some point, we got to grow the fuck up. I was in religion. I was an ordained minister. I'm not telling you some shit I think. I'm telling you some shit I fucking know. And the more I dove into religion, the more I dove into the Bible, the more I dove into Christianity, the further away from God I got. Because God is not stuck in a fucking church or building. God's not stuck in a fucking book. We got to grow the fuck up. And if you're not willing to grow the fuck up, if you're not willing to think outside of the fucking matrix, if you're not willing to break the fucking shackles of the programming that they gave you, then you're really not a fucking chosen one. You're really not a beacon of fucking hope. How the fuck can you be a beacon of hope in a dark world when you think and talk just like everybody else? You pushing the same fucking agenda everybody else. You're telling everybody to live just like everybody else did. Nah, nah. See, it's not about going to heaven. It's about, man, I'm here for a reason. And that reason is, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I've gone through whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I've had all these tragedies happen in my life. I can either grow up toxic as fuck and bitter as fuck, negative as fuck, or I can navigate my way through this shit and understand the game set up to shut me the fuck up. I can understand the game created to keep me feeling fucking powerless, to keep me feeling fucking hopeless. Because I understand the game, because I refuse to play the fucking game, because I refuse to be stuck in the fucking matrix, I could tell you because of fucking experience when I saw my father murder my mama when I was 2. Being sexually molested at the age of 6. Man, I know you're going through hell. I know that you've gone through hell. I know you've been traumatized and victimized. You ain't got to keep staying a fucking victim. You ain't got to keep being fucking hopeless. You ain't got to keep being fucking helpless. At some point, you got to grow the fuck up and deal with your fucking shit. At some point, you got to grow the fuck up and say, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I could talk Jesus all day long. I could preach Buddhism all fucking day long. But how is that helping me deal with seeing my father murder my mama at the age of 2? How is that helping me deal with the fact that I was molested by guys in the fucking church at the age of 6? We got to grow the fuck up. We've got to understand that the power is within you. We've got to stop waiting for somebody to come fucking save us and learn to stand on your own fucking power, learn to stand on your own fucking authority, and be who you came to be. See, the problem with so many of us, we grew up in toxic ass fucking families where we were beat down emotionally, and physically, and intellectually. And we were made to believe that we're powerless. And because we grew up believing that we were powerless, we don't think that we had the power to save ourselves. We don't believe we had the power to redeem ourselves. We don't believe we had the power to change our fucking life. And so we grow up thinking, Jesus, 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 Jesus is the answer for everything. If Jesus is the answer for everything, how come so many fucking people in church get divorced? If Jesus is the answer for everything, how come all these people pushing religion, a lot of them are fucking racist still? If Jesus is the answer for everything, and if all I got to do is talk Jesus, if all I got to do is push Jesus, then how come so many people in the church are still fucking hoes and still got a fucking pit mentality? Still got a fucking hustle mentality where it's all about getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money. And ain't nobody's life in fucking church changing. See, we got to grow the fuck up and understand the game. You could go from being a fucking drug addict into now, okay, I'm getting my hustle on. Man, I'm about making my money. I'm about making that bag. And you still got that same fucking hustle mentality as a fucking crackhead, as a fucking dope fiend. All you did was change the fucking game. It don't mean you grew the fuck up. It just means you changed the game. You stop being a fucking hoe. You stop being a fucking crackhead. You stop being a fucking pimp. You stop being a fucking drug dealer. And now you pushing Jesus. Now you selling and slinging Jesus. I'm not knocking Christianity. I'm telling you, we got to grow the fuck up spiritually and emotionally and understand the fucking programming. You got to understand the fucking programming. Again, I grew up in church. You can't tell me anything about the fucking Bible. I grew up in church. But check this out. Church didn't teach me how to deal with my fucking anger issues. I grew up hearing, quote unquote, mighty strong men of God, renowned men of God, preaching the word. That never helped me deal with my fucking insecurity about my sexuality because I was violated by guys in the church. At some point, we got to stop bullshitting each other. At some point, we got to stop talking about just pray about it, pray about it. No, prayer ain't changing the fact that I was sexually molested. Prayer ain't changed the fact that my father murdered my mama right in front of me, and I was traumatized by that shit. Prayer didn't fix that. What fixed that was me growing the fuck up emotionally and dealing with the fucking shit for what it was and understanding the lesson. See, we push all this shit and don't know what the fuck we talking about, but yet we swear to God we woke. You could talk Jesus all fucking day long. As soon as you get done talking about Jesus, be thinking about who you gonna fuck in the church. You could talk about Jesus all day long and still be conniving about, man, how can you get this next fucking bag? You could still be talking about Jesus and still not like white people. There's a whole lot of motherfucking black folks that push Jesus and been true Israelites and they don't really fuck with white folk. It's a whole lot of white folk that push the Bible and Jesus and the Holy Spirit that don't fuck with black folk. At some point, at some point, We got to grow the fuck up. At some point, we got to understand. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How is it that Hitler, who's said to have killed millions of Jews, was part Jew himself? And I'm not saying that Hitler didn't kill those people. Stay with me. Hitler talked about God. Hitler talked about doing the work of God. Martin Luther, who so many Christians adore and lift up, was a devout fucking racist. He hated fucking Jews. And yet in Christianity, we lift him up. We got a whole fucking religion based on Martin Luther. And he hated fucking Jews. But he had the fucking Bible. He talked about Jesus. He talked about going to heaven. He talked about doing the will of God. At some point, at some point, we got to grow up and understand that's all part of the game. That's all part of the matrix to keep us powerless. That's all part of the matrix to keep us stuck. That's all part of the matrix to keep us up under fucking control. So we don't grow the fuck up and learn to think for our fucking self and learn to think outside the box. Because once you start thinking outside the box, once you start understanding, hold on, wait, 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 I don't get two fucks about what these motherfuckers talking about. All things are working together for my fucking good. Everything is always working out for me. And because everything is always working out for me, man, I ain't got to worry about not having enough. I ain't got to worry about being on that lack mentality where I'm praying and crying out to God for money. Where I'm praying and crying out to God to help me make my ends meet. At some point, at some point, as children of God, real children of God, everybody has a fucking title. Everybody wants to be a child of God. Again, Hitler considering himself a vessel of God. Hitler considered himself a man of God, doing the will of God by killing all those Jews. He didn't just kill Jews, he killed gypsies, he killed everybody that didn't look like them. And it's the truth because Hitler wasn't blonde hair. Hitler didn't have blonde hair, excuse me. Hitler didn't have blue eyes. Hitler killed the handicapped, the mentally retarded, and everybody else that wasn't blonde hair, blue eyes. And yet he talked about God. He talked about God. I don't give a fuck about you talking about God. I don't give a fuck about you talking about Jesus or Yahshua. Like I said, it is better to live like Jesus than it is to talk about Jesus. Everybody talking about Jesus ain't living for Jesus. Everybody talking about Jesus ain't part of Jesus' tribe. Even Jesus said in the Bible, in that day, there'll be many that call, didn't we do this in your name? Didn't we heal the sick? Didn't we go visit the poor? Didn't we do that? Didn't we visit those in prison? We did all this shit in thy name. And Jesus said, Yahshua said, according to your Bible, depart from me, ye workers of iniquity, for I never knew you. He didn't say, I don't know who you are anymore. He didn't say you changed. He said, I never knew you. You was never one of mine. You was never connected to me. You was never connected to the Most High. I never knew you. I never knew you. Everybody saying they're chosen. Everybody saying they're star seed. Everybody saying they're light worker. Everybody saying they're a healer. Ain't one. It don't matter what they fucking call themselves. There's a whole lot of fucking dudes running around calling themselves fucking kings, and these motherfuckers is dusty as fuck, trifling as fuck, lazy as hell, sorry as hell, ain't got no king spirit, energy, nothing. They don't know the first thing about being a fucking king, but they call themselves a fucking king. It's a whole lot of women, raggedy ass, trifling ass fucking women, running around calling themselves boss babes, boss bitches, queens, goddesses, priestesses, and these motherfuckers don't know the first thing about that energy. You can give yourself whatever fucking label you want. Don't mean you true to it. You could give yourself whatever fucking label and title you want. Don't mean you're living that out. What's up with you, Scott? We got to grow the fuck up. Every woman ain't marriage material. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. Every dude ain't marriage material. I don't give a fuck how he look. I don't give a fuck how much money he got. I don't give a damn how many degrees he got. We got to grow up. We got to grow up. It's not the fucking title you give yourself. It's how you live your fucking life. I'm gonna say again. It's not the title that you go by. It's how you live your life. And see, here's the trick. It's not just how you live your life. Because so many of us, we know how to present ourselves when we out in public. We know the lingo. We know how to talk. We can rock all the fucking crystals and know everything about fucking crystals. Don't mean we're doing the fucking spiritual work. You can know everything about Jesus. You can know everything about Yahshua. You can know the time of day he was hung. You can know the wood he was hung upon. You can know the type of leather that was used to beat his motherfucking ass. You can know the type of thorns that was put on his fucking head as a crown. You can know everything about him and still not be intimately connected to him. That's real shit. That's real shit. We got to grow the fuck up. And as children of God, the real children of God, not these fucking hypocrites, not these motherfucking liars, not these motherfucking fake ass people running around calling themselves children of God. And again, to each their own. But even your Bible says, Jesus said, depart from me. I never knew you. I never knew you. You did all this shit. You went to church. You quote unquote preached in my name. You quote unquote laid hands in my name. You quote unquote testified about me. You quote unquote witnessed for me. You quote unquote preached. Da, 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 da. I never knew your fucking raggedy ass. I never fucking knew your lying ass. We've got to grow up. So what makes us different? What makes us different is not the color of our fucking skin. You're not a chosen one because you're fucking black. There's a whole lot of black folks that I don't fuck with. There's a whole lot of black folks that I don't allow in my fucking vicinity. It's a whole lot of black folk in my fucking family I don't fucking trust. I don't fucking fuck with. And we got the same mama and daddy. So because you black don't make you fucking chosen. Those black folk that sold black folk to white folk to get us here in America. So I know we don't like talking about that stuff. I know we want to give all them black people a pass. It was black folks here in America that owned the largest slave plantations in the South. I know that don't fit the narrative. We just talk about white folk being prejudiced. We just talk about white folk having slaves because we don't know who the fuck we are. We don't know our own fucking true history. We don't know that it was black folks supporting the Confederacy. Why? Because they didn't give a fuck about the color of those slaves. It was about the fucking money. Black folk in Africa who kidnapped and sold other black folk didn't give a fuck about the color of their skin. That didn't make them fucking brothers. That didn't make them fucking tribe. They sold their ass, even though they looked just like them. So we got to grow up. We got to learn to start thinking outside the box. We got to learn to shed all of the fucking programming that we've gotten. We got to learn to say, okay, wait a minute, time out, time out, time out, time out, time out. I didn't come here to be like everybody else. I didn't come here to be like this preacher. I didn't come here to be like this teacher. I didn't come here to be like my mama. I didn't come here to be like my daddy. I didn't come here to be like my grandpa. I came here to be authentically me. Authentic me. Authentically me. The problem is we don't know what authentically us is because we've never invested the time to get to know us authentically because we're trying to fit in with the norm. We're trying to fit in with what society says is fucking acceptable. I don't give a fuck what society says is acceptable. Society don't make the rules for me. Not like that. The rules and the norms of society, that's for all these other motherfuckers that don't know who the fuck they are or why the fuck they're here. Because I know who I am, because we as chosen ones really know who we are. We man, I ain't got to fool with that bullshit. If all these fucking women want to wear these big ass fucking rat ass fucking eyelashes and think that make them look good and get these fake ass titties, fake ass lips, fake ass eyelashes, fake ass contacts, fake ass booty, if that's acceptable to the norm, if that's okay with them, okay, do what you do. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that. I'm not with this bullshit. I don't give a fuck what society say you look like. I don't give a damn how society say you bad as fucking, you a baddie, and you fucking ignorant as fuck to me. That don't make you fucking woke. That don't make you a fucking queen. That don't make you a fucking goddess or priestess. At what point are we gonna grow the fuck up and understand that we came here to be different? And being different is hard because it goes against the fucking norm. Being different means, man, you're gonna get talked about. You're gonna get fucking ridiculed. You're gonna get fucking rejected. They're gonna fucking laugh at you. They're gonna call you fucking ignorant. They're gonna say you got the devil. They're gonna say all kind of stupid ass shit to justify their fucking ignorance. And it is what it is. That's part of the fucking game. Why? Because when they attack you like that, you got to grow the fuck up. And that's a fucking manipulation tactic for them to try to get you to get stuck in fear. So you become so consumed and overwhelmed with what the masses are thinking about you. It controls you and it quote unquote humbles you. It quote unquote silences you. It brings you right back into the fucking group. It brings you right back up under their fucking control. That's why they attack you as a real chosen one. You're not a fucking chosen one preaching the same bullshit everybody preaching. At what point? At what point? Well, we grew up and said, oh, wait a minute. Okay. They never really liked me. They never really accepted me. They never really loved me. And that's okay. That's okay. Because the truth be told, they felt the same way about Jesus. They felt the same way about Yahshua. The quote unquote religious folk. The religious folk attacked Jesus. The religious folk said that he had a devil in him. The religious folk said that he didn't belong to the man of child he wasn't the son of God. It was the religious folk that quote unquote knew the Bible. They were the quote unquote educated. And they got the masses of the people to reject Jesus. The religious folk, the leaders, the educated ones convinced the masses to turn their back on Jesus. They saw what he did. They saw how he lived his life. They saw the beautiful, great things he did. And they still allowed the quote unquote religious folk, the influencers, to to convince them he was a bad person, that he deserved to die. And so, as a chosen one, as a real child of God, you got to grow the fuck up. As a real child of God, you got to understand, and you're gonna have to walk this thing by yourself sometime. As a real child of God, you got to have that tough skin. I don't give a fuck what these motherfuckers say about me. I'm comfortable and confident in who the fuck I am. Why? Because of all the hell that I've gone through, because of all the rejection and abandonment issues I've gone through, because of all the pain and I've experienced. It's allowed me to grow the fuck up and be able to say, hold on, wait a minute. I don't give a fuck whether people fuck with me or not. I don't give a fuck whether people like me or not. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. See, it's the insecure people, the people that don't know who they are, the people that don't understand why they're here. It's these people that allow the masses, the religious folk, the religious leaders, and everybody else to convince them and to emotionally manipulate them into doing what they want them to do. This is why they push hell and heaven. If you don't do what we tell you to do, you're going to hell. If you don't talk like this, you're going to hell. If you don't preach this, you're going to hell. If you don't go to church on this day, you're going to hell. If you don't have this type of Bible, you're going to hell. If you don't dress like this, you're going, and all this other stupid ass shit. It's the emotional manipulation. It's to control you. It's to groom you into being controlled and manipulated. And so we grow up with a mentality of I gotta kiss people's ass so that I could go to heaven. I gotta dress a certain way. I gotta talk a certain way. I gotta believe a certain thing. I gotta believe what everybody else is believing that believe this bullshit so that I can be accepted by them, so I can go to heaven. It is what it is. It is what it is. We didn't come here for that bullshit. We came here to be fucking different. We came here to be a beacon of hope. How the fuck can you be a beacon of hope if you dress like every fucking body else? How the fuck can you be a beacon of hope if you pushing the same fucking narrative everybody else is pushing? How the fuck can you be a beacon of hope if you're judgmental and self-righteous like all these other fucking religious people? And everybody that don't fit your belief system is damned to fucking hell. What's up with you watchdogs? We gotta grow the fuck up. There's nothing wrong with being different. They make you feel like you're weird and all that other stupid shit. Again, to emotionally manipulate and control you. And you keep allowing the shit because of your insecurities, because of your fears, because of your unhealed trauma. And when you begin the process of healing and growing the fuck up emotionally, spiritually, you and man, I don't get two fucks what these people think about me. You could call me a narcissist, you call me everything. I don't give a fuck because I'm not playing your fucking game anymore. You can say I got all the devils you want. I don't give a fuck. We got to grow the fuck up. You came here to be different. You came here for this bullshit. You came here to heal yourself from all the pain and the trauma and all the bullshit that you've gone through. Why? So you begin to tell people your story and share your experiences with other people to give them encouragement, to give them inspiration that, man, I've gone through that. I didn't tell anybody I've gone through that, but because this person's gone through that, man, that gives me all the hope I need that I could go through this, that I could go through this and come out better. I grew up in a toxic ass household, and because this person grew up in a toxic ass household, because this person went through worse than I went through, man, I'm encouraged, I'm inspired to get my shit straight. Why? Because if this person can do it, then damn, I can do it too. This is what a real child of God is about. This is what a real beacon of hope is about. This is why we go through all the hell we go through. So we could grow up emotionally, so we could grow up spiritually, and we could tell the whole fucking world, I don't give a fuck what you've gone through. Whatever it is you've gone through, you could grow through and become a beacon of hope. You could grow through whatever you've gone through and still live your best fucking life. It don't matter what everybody else is saying about you. The great majority of people that's talking all this stupid ass shit about me can't do what the fuck I do. The great majority of the people that attack me ain't got shit going for them at all. And the truth is, they attacked us because we're a fucking indictment on their raggedy ass, miserable fucking life. Because I don't talk the shit they talk, but yet I got all the fucking peace in the world. I don't believe the bullshit that they push. And yet I got fucking joy that they can't understand. I don't buy into all the bullshit religious and spirit and quote unquote spiritual shit, political shit that they push. And yet I'm living my best fucking life. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. And growing up is not about becoming fucking adults. Most adults are fucking useless. Most adults don't know who the fuck they are. Most adults are fucking powerless. Most adults are fucking helpless. Most adults are fucking hopeless. It's the truth be told. Most adults are walking around with fucking fear and unhealed fucking trauma. Most adults are fucking terrified of what's going to happen in the country. I'm not one of them people. I don't give a fuck what Donald Trump got going on in the White House. I don't give a fuck what he do. It don't matter to me. And it only matters to you because you ain't grow the fuck up yet emotionally and spiritually. You're fucking distracted. Not understanding that he's a distraction. How is it that people talk about, man, I serve the most high and man, I'm connected to God, I'm a child of God, I'm a da da da, and you walk around in fucking fear? How is it you say you're a child of God? How is it you say you're fucking chosen one? And you don't fucking understand, nor do you fucking believe that everything is always working out for us. Let me say it again. A real chosen one, a real starseed understands that everything, not some things, not most things, every fucking thing, all inclusive, every fucking thing is always working out for us. When you really understand that, when you really take that in, the Bible says it different. The Bible says all things work together for my good. The Bible says all things work together for the good of them that know the Lord, them that are called according to his purpose. If you're a child of God, why are you giving a fuck what happened in the White House? If you're truly a child of God, why are you tripping about the fucking prices of food and every fucking thing else? If you're truly a child of God, truth is you're walking around in fucking fear and you're a fucking coward and you don't want to acknowledge it. You can't be authentically you because to be authentically you means that, man, you got to let everybody know that you're fucking scared. To be authentically you means that, man, you fucking powerless and you're really fucking helpless. So you're dependent on the country doing da da da. You're dependent on the country doing da 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 da. Why? For your safety. Why? For your comfortability. Because we don't know who the fuck we are. Because we don't understand why the fuck we're here. So we look for people to attack. And so we'll attack the immigrants. And we'll say it's the immigrants' fault that we ain't got no job. If you've been born in this fucking country, you've been speaking English your whole fucking life, and you can't get a fucking job, you can't keep a fucking job, and you blaming the fucking immigrants who just got here, who just learning the fucking language, who just learning the fucking culture, and you're blaming them as to why you can't get a fucking job? Nah, motherfucker, you a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. You're fucking hateful. We've got to grow the fuck up and call a spade a fucking spade. And stop being fucking victims. Stop being fucking powerless. I moved to New York in 2022. I didn't know anybody but the young lady that I moved to New York for. I moved to the largest city in America. and knew one fucking person. Are you connected to God? Are you really a chosen one? Because if you're really connected to God, if you're really a chosen one, you fucking want to go. And because you know, man, it's all good. It's all fucking good. I don't have to live in fucking fear. Why? Because I know who the fuck I am. I know who I'm connected with. I know that I got fucking authority and power. I don't live in a fucking lack mentality. So I don't give a fuck about how high the price of food goes. I understand the great majority of people don't live like this. And so they get nervous about the gas prices going up. They get nervous about the price of egg and the price of milk. I don't drink milk anyways. I don't give a fuck. We get nervous about all this other shit, not understanding that that feeds our insecurities, that feeds our lack mentality, that keeps us feeling helpless and hopeless because we're stuck in a fucking matrix. We're stuck in a fucking game. And it is what it is. As a real child of God, as a real light worker, you came here to be different. But you can't be different being just like everybody else. You can't be different having the same fucking mentality that everybody else has. You can't be different having the same fears and insecurities that everybody else has. You came here to show people, man, you ain't got to live in fucking fear. You ain't got to live with that fucking lack mentality. You ain't got to keep living beneath your means like that. Why are you struggling like that? Why the fuck are you stressed the fuck out like that? Why are you fucking suicidal like that? Because you don't know who the fuck you are. You don't know why you're fucking here. And I'm not attacking people that are suicidal. I've been there. Matter of fact, I've shared on this platform many times how in the past I wanted to fucking die. I've shared my fears, my insecurities. I've shared my traumas and all the other bullshit that I've gone through. Not because I'm better than anybody, but because my purpose is to encourage and inspire other people to wake the fuck up and to understand that we ain't got time for fucking excuses. Not as a fucking chosen one, not as a fucking child of God. We ain't got time for fucking excuses. So we get so distracted with bullshit. So many pushing this Democrat versus Republican shit. And the truth is, your life was fucking miserable under Bill Clinton. Your life was miserable up under Barack Obama. Your life is miserable. Now, it don't matter who's fucking office. You're going to live a fucking miserable life regardless who's running the fucking country. You were depressed and suicidal up under Bill Clinton, up under all these fucking Democrats, just like you are up under these fucking Republicans, because it don't matter who's fucking in office. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to stop playing the fucking game. We got to take back our fucking power and our fucking authority. You can't take back your fucking power and authority by still playing the fucking game. I meet so many people on this platform who say that, man, chosen ones can't have a 9 to 5. Chosen ones can't go to work. Chosen one's job is just to have a YouTube channel or be a TikTok influencer or whatever the fuck it is that they do. Tweet stale. I have a 9 to 5. I do a lot of overtime. I like my job, but I understand who the fuck I am. I understand why I have that job. I don't live off of what I get from YouTube. I make hardly anything from YouTube. I don't make these videos because I'm waiting on a big ass fucking paycheck from YouTube. I make these videos to be a blessing to humanity. I make these videos as a fucking wake up call so we can snap out of the fucking funk that we're in. We got to grow the fuck up. This is what it means to be divergent. This is what it means to be different. This is what it means to be sanctified, to be set apart, to be called out, to be chosen. See, so men, we just wanted to say we're chosen and just rock crystals and we're chosen and just carry this fucking title to make us feel good about ourselves, but our fucking life is miserable as fuck. We say we chosen, but we're living beneath our means. We say we're chosen, but we're living in lack. We're living in fear. But we don't want people to know that. Because if I let you know that I'm living in fear, if I let you know I'm living in lack, then man, you're gonna think different of me. You're gonna think less of me. We gotta grow the fuck up. I share on this platform the vacations and the trips that I take. Not because I'm all that, not as no fucking flexing and that stupid ass ego shit. Because I'm a firm believer that if God created this world, and I believe that God, universe source, did create this world, as beautiful and as magnificent and as mysterious and magical as this planet is, God, universe didn't create this world to be this fucking beautiful. For me to be stuck in one fucking place and not be able to go out and experience it. How the fuck do that sound? You say you're a child of God, but you're terrified of getting on fucking planes. You say you're a child of God, but you're terrified of going to another country because they're not like America. And when shut up, you're fucking scared. You're a fucking coward. Let's be honest with each other. Let's call the shit for what it really is. Let's call it for what it is. To be different. I'll show you the pain. I'll show you the struggles of being homeless, of being abandoned and rejected and brokenhearted and all the other shit that I've experienced in life. Because I'm human too. I get hurt too. I get rejected and abandoned too. I've had a wife abandon me too. I've had people lie on me too. I've had people try to destroy me. I've had people deceive me too. I've had people betray my trust too. It's a part of living in the past. And I've shared this plenty of times. When I lived in the mountains of California, I wanted the fucking world to end. I was a quote unquote prepper. I was ready for the end. I was ready for the financial collapse. I was ready for the zombie apocalypse. I didn't give a fuck about humanity. In my opinion, man, God could have just destroyed the whole fucking world all and start all over because it was a fucking hopeless cause. You know what I mean? America was fucking ruined. My mentality, there's no fucking hope for America. Man, destroy the bitch. That was my mentality. And I'm a fucking veteran. Served 12 years in the Air Force. But I had no fucking hope for America because I saw what was taking place. I saw these raggedy ass, ratchet ass, ignorant ass fucking women trying to be equal with men and doing all this other stupid ass shit up under the skies of feminism, not knowing that they were ruining and devastating fucking relationships and killing off connections. I saw these trifling ass dudes. I saw these quote unquote guys running around with their fucking pants hanging down their fucking ass, calling themselves men and kings. And it's like, fuck this shit. This fucking planet we live on, if this is what the world has fucking come to, man, God, send us in this shit. In this shit. If this is what we got to look forward to, fucking start over, kill everybody. That was my mentality. But at some point, I had to grow up emotionally and spiritually and say, wait a minute. Because I'd given up on love. I'd given up on love. Lived on 54 acres, grew my own food, raised my own animals, chickens and rabbits and ducks and turkeys and all kind of shit. I was ready for this shit again. Had enough stuff stored up there for me and my kids and grandkids to last us for years. Had enough guns and bullets to put a hole in anybody's fucking head that thought they was gonna come take my shit. That was my fucking mentality. But I had to grow up. I had to understand, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I didn't come to this motherfucking planet just to preserve my fucking family. I didn't come to this motherfucking planet just to look out for my kids and fuck everybody else. I had to grow up emotionally and understand now, motherfucker, it's bigger than that. You came here to be a beacon of hope. How the fuck can you be a beacon of hope hiding out in the fucking mountains? How the fuck can you be a beacon of hope completely cut off from humanity? How the fuck can you be a beacon of hope, man? And you don't give a fuck about humanity. You don't give a damn about humanity healing. See, the truth be told, the great majority of us are selfish as fuck. I'm just looking out for mine. Just me and mine. I'm gonna get mine at anybody's fucking expense. And that's what we do. That's our mentality. And so we don't have a problem with stepping on each other to move up. Thing about being a real chosen one, being a real child of God, you ain't got to step on anybody. Being a real one, wherever you go, people are going to see that, oh, wait a minute, there's something different about this one. The way they walk, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, their energy, something different about this one. There's something peculiar about this one. There's something mystical about this one. This is what we came here for. This is what we came here for. I got to learn the hard way. Everybody blood related ain't spiritually connected with me. Everybody blood related ain't connected to my purpose. Everybody family ain't looking out for my best interests. Everybody black, I can't trust. Everybody black don't like me. Everybody black don't give a fuck about me. So I've had to learn to let all that stupid ass shit go. I've had to learn, man, when I get on the right fucking frequency, I'll find my tribe. I'll find my real people. I'll find my real star seeds. I'll find my real family. I'll find my real children of God. And it ain't about the color of your skin. It ain't about your ethnicity. It ain't about your fucking nationality. It ain't about your fucking sexual orientation. People ask me, well, aren't you against homosexuality? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. That ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. Just like it ain't got shit to do with me how a heterosexual family or couple live. How they manage their fucking finances, how they run their fucking household. Ain't none of that shit got nothing to do with me. We got to grow the fuck up and stop being distracted and stop allowing these motherfuckers to keep us divided with bullshit. I'm attracted to beautiful women that understand who the fuck they are and why they're here. I'm secure enough in my manhood to be able to tell a man, man, I love you. I love you. Don't mean I want you sexually, because I don't. Ain't shit you can do for me sexually. But I'm secure enough to be able to say, man, I love you, bro, and give you a fucking hug. We got to grow the fuck up. We got to stop allowing people to divide us off of stupid shit. Politics ain't just a threat in America, in our country. Religion's a fucking threat. More people been killed behind fucking religion than anything else, all over the fucking world. But we accept religion. We push religion, but more people have died because of fucking religious beliefs than anything else in the fucking world. That's real shit. Politics is just like religion. It's a fucking distraction to keep us divided, to keep us separated, to keep us stuck in the fucking matrix, to keep us stuck up under the programming. Man, we got to grow up. I love America. I love America just like I love every other fucking country. Again, I'm a veteran. I've traveled extensively. I'm not going to say that America is better than any other country. That's part of the bullshit programming and brainwashing that we go through. And it is what it is. The question is, it's not so much about being different. It's not so much about being the divergent. The question is, how are you going to live your life? What about your life makes the difference for others? Catch that. How are you making the world a more loving, a more compassionate place? Or are you just doing that for people that believe the bullshit you believe? Are you just doing that because for Republicans because you're a Republican? Are you just believing that for liberals or Democrats because that's what you are? Are you just doing that for Christians because that's what you believe? Are you just doing that for Muslims or Hinduism or Buddhism because that's what you believe? A real child of God ain't stuck and trapped in that bullshit. Yes, you can have Buddhist beliefs. You can have Christian beliefs. You can have Islamic beliefs. You can have Christian beliefs. You can have whatever fucking beliefs you want. But you better grow the fuck up. And I said, man, I'm a person for the fucking people. I'm here for the people, not black people, not white people, not Native American people. I'm here for the fucking people. I don't give a fuck about your color. I don't give a fuck about your religious beliefs or your ethnicity. I'm here. And as true children of God, we're here to be a beacon of hope for all people. And until we really understand that, what's up with you also? Until we truly understand that, we're stuck in the fucking game. We're stuck in the fucking matrix. And now you got all these quote unquote spiritual people pushing this divine feminism. And the truth is, the great majority of the women pushing divine feminism have some fucking trauma and some issues with guys that they haven't fucking healed yet. When you get down to the root of it, they're fucking hurt still. They're fucking traumatized still. And it is what it is. We don't like having these heart to heart conversations. We don't like being transparent and authentic like this. We don't like people talking like this to us because it hurts us. It offends us. It intimidates us. It scares us. It makes us feel less than. because we won't grow the fuck up and deal with our issues. And so when a woman says something that don't sit right with guys, we get intimidated, we get scared, we get pissed, we get triggered. When guys say something that women don't like or is triggered to women, they get pissed. They want to get motherfuckers canceled and all this other bullshit. Why? Because we haven't grown the fuck up yet. We could talk about being woke. We could talk about being star seeds and all this other bullshit. And we carry all this fucking pain and trauma that we won't be authentic with, that we won't be honest with. And so they attack you. They try to minimize you. They try to belittle you. They try to destroy you. They try to silence you. And again, it is what it is. And you guys have heard me say plenty, man, I don't give two fucks about the bullshit. I don't. I don't get two fucks about people trying to put spells on me. I don't get two fucks about people trying to send me their negative, toxic ass fucking energy. I don't get two fucks about people trying to destroy me and all. I don't give a damn about that bullshit. Why? Because again, everything is always working out for me. Ain't a damn thing these motherfuckers can do. What the fuck are you tripping on? Why are you so consumed with the power you give other people? Because you don't know the power you possess. You don't know the authority you have. So you think that these people who do voodoo and hoodoo and spells and curses, you think that they have more power than you do. You think they have the ability to ruin your relationship. You think they have the ability to ruin your finances. You think they have the ability to ruin your health. Because you're walking around with this helpless fucking mentality like you're fucking powerless. I'm not saying that there aren't people out there doing that. There's a hell of a lot of people out there trying to do spells and voodoo and hexes and all that other shit and curses. There's a hell of a lot of people out there with that bullshit. Just like there's a hell of a lot of them out there in Christianity with that same bullshit. Talking about I damn you to hell and whoop de whoop de. You ain't got no fucking power to damn nobody to fucking hell. How the fuck can you damn somebody to hell and you can't make your life fucking better? How the fuck you have the power authority to damn somebody else to fucking hell and you can't make yourself have fucking peace? How the fuck you have power and authority to damn somebody to fucking hell, but you ain't got no fucking joy and you can't change your fucking raggedy ass miserable life? How the fuck you have the power to damn somebody to fucking hell and you can't even make your relationship work? How the fuck you gonna damn somebody to fucking hell and your fucking kids don't fuck with you? Your fucking kids don't want to deal with your raggedy ass. But you think you got the power to damn somebody else. You think you got the power to fuck somebody else's life up, and you ain't even got the fucking power to fix your fucking raggedy, miserable fucking life. Make this shit make sense. Make this shit make sense. If they had all that fucking power to make your life a fucking miserable hell, don't you think that they could have that same fucking power to make their life fucking happy? To make their life fucking peaceful? To make their life fucking prosperous and abundant? Grow the fuck up. It's the miserable motherfuckers that try to make other people's life miserable. Catch that. Catch that. See, when you're happy and you're living in abundance, you're not worried about how anybody else is fucking living. You're not giving two fucks who's doing what. Why? Because you're so busy fixated on, man, I'm doing this, I got this going on, I got this going on, blah, 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 blah. And you're trying to make your shit happen. You ain't got time to be investing energy into somebody else's fucking misery. You only do that because you have misery. I was talking to a young lady a while back, years ago. I was in the Air Force, and it was in LA at the time. And she was telling me how she had a problem with interracial relationships. And I looked at her and I said, why? And she's like, it's just not right, and blah, 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 and it's not fair. And then it's like, wait, time out. Only motherfuckers that said they got a problem, and I know I'm about to step on a whole bunch of people's toes, and I get two fucks. You guys already know what it is. Only motherfuckers that talk about they got an issue with interracial relationships. The only motherfuckers really talking about that shit are people that are fucking miserable in their own relationship, or people that ain't got no fucking relationship. So I'm talking to this young lady, and of course she was single. Of course she had a bunch of fucking issues that she hadn't fucking resolved. And so she thought that all the good looking black dudes were going after the white women or going after Hispanic women. And that all the Hispanic women, all the white women were taking all the good black women, or were taking all the good black men. And so I asked her, I said, well, what is it about you and these quote unquote black women that make y'all so unappealing to these quote unquote black men that you're talking about? The truth is, if you were fucking happy with you, if you was in love with life, if you were vibrating on a fucking high frequency, you wouldn't be worried about the bullshit. Catch that. You're worried about all this stupid shit because that's where your mentality is. That's the vibration you're on. You're broken and fucked up emotionally and spiritually. And I know you people get offended when we talk like this. And again, I get two fucks. This is grown folk channel, grow the fuck up. When you're happy in love with life, when you're in happy and in love with your life, you don't give a fuck who's dating who. When you got a beautiful relationship that's she's investing in you and you're investing in her, you guys got this co-nurturing thing going on and it's loving and blah 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 blah. You're not wasting no fucking energy worried about anybody else. We do that out of our pain, out of our fucking trauma, out of our fucking fears, out of our fucking lack. Because again, we have this fucking lack mentality. Ain't enough good black men, ain't enough good black women, ain't enough good white women, ain't enough good white men, and all this other stupid ass lack mentality shit. And so we get scared that everybody else, all the good ones have become God, and I'm not gonna be left with anybody. So there's not enough. And no, you need to grow the fuck up emotionally and spiritually and heal your fucking issues and raise your fucking vibration. But we don't want to do all that because it's easier to sit back and feel helpless and hopeless and talk about everybody else and make everybody else the fucking problem. We got to grow up, and growing up is painful. Growing up is hard. Growing up is scary as fuck, especially when we're not used to seeing other people do it. Especially when we don't have a fucking mentor or a role model to help guide us through the fucking pitfalls, to guide us and to call us on our fucking bullshit. And the truth is, God help me. Again, as a life coach and a mentor, talk to a lot of different people. And most women in America that didn't grow up with a loving, nurturing father in the house that held them accountable, that called them on their bullshit, that kept them in their motherfucking place. Didn't let them get outside, out, get wild out. Most women that didn't grow up with that type of father figure in their life got daddy issues, and they're not used to a strong man. They're intimidated by a strong man. They don't want nobody calling them on their fucking bullshit. They don't want nobody checking them and telling them, "Man, you all in the fuck out." And so they're used to being disrespectful and just fucking just ignorant as fuck towards God because they never learned how to be respectful and submissive to a real man. On the flip side, especially here in America, you got a lot of young dudes that didn't grow up with that same type of father figure, that loving, nurturing man that's gonna hold you fucking accountable, that's gonna check you and call you on your bullshit, that's gonna grab your ass up, pick your ass up, and throw your ass against the wall when you fucking wilding out. And so most guys didn't grow up with that. And so most guys don't know how to be a fucking man because they've never seen one. They didn't have one as a fucking mentor and as a role model for them. And so we have a problem with understanding what a real man is. We have a problem with understanding what a real loving, nurturing woman really is. We have a problem with understanding what a real queen is. We see all these women on social media, half-ass fucking naked, calling themselves boss babes, boss bitches, baddies, and all this other fucking shit. And the truth is their fucking thoughts. They're ignorant as motherfuckers who haven't grown up emotionally, spiritually, who don't want to be held fucking accountable. Just like we got guys on that same bullshit. And that's why these little young ass motherfuckers have no fucking respect for authority. That's why these little young ass motherfuckers have no problems with putting a hole in somebody else or taking somebody else off because they've never been trained properly. And so again, we see all these people growing up in this fucking matrix where they're playing Grand Theft Auto, where you could rape a woman and get punched for that shit, where you could shoot and beat down motherfuckers, and Call of Duty, where you could just take life without no fucking problem, Halo, and all these other fucking toxic ass fucking games. And the shit has been programming kids since their fucking youth. And so they grow up with that same stupid, ignorant ass mentality with no respect for life, no respect for authority, not knowing how to respectfully communicate, not knowing how to be nurturing and loving and compassionate. And then we want, what the fuck is wrong with America? What the fuck is wrong with the fucking parenting in America? What the fuck is wrong with the programming in America? What the fuck is wrong with the religious beliefs and the political beliefs in America? We got to grow the fuck up. We got to grow the fuck up. How can we expect parents to guide and nurture their kid in the way that's best for that kid when that parent has never learned how to be guided, has never learned who the fuck they are and why the fuck they're here. They've never learned how to deal with their fucking issues. So that parent can only give that kid what that parent has. It's one of the hard things that I've had to learn growing up. I was so mad and angry at my father. And I told you guys, my father murdered my mom when I was 2. Went to the pen, got out. My father taught me a handful of things. My father taught me prison politics. My father taught me how to work out, how to get my swole on. My father taught me how to be respectful in prison politics because it costs you your fucking life. My father taught me how to play handball. My father taught me how to make spread. So you take some fucking top ramens and hook it up and season it up and add different shit and make the shit taste like a fucking gourmet meal. And that's all he taught me. And I was so angry and hurt and pissed. And I'm looking like, motherfucker, this is all you got? This is all you gonna teach me about fucking life? This is all you value me for? This is all you think that I'm amount to? You ain't got shit else to give me and to offer me? And what God had to show me was your father gave you the best that he had. Stay with me. Your father gave you all that he had. You're mad and angry at your daddy because your daddy ain't got shit else to offer you. Your daddy gave you all he had. Your daddy gave you all he understood. Your daddy was Black Gorilla Family. They got shit in the military, not military, but in prison. That's all your father had. That's all your father understood. And so he laced you up with what he had. And you're mad and angry because your father ain't got some great wisdom to bestow upon you. You're mad and angry because your father ain't got all this fucking wealth to give you. He gave you everything he had. And if we're honest, when we look at our parents, they gave us what they had. Whether that was the bullshit religious system that we grew up in, whether that was the bullshit political system that we grew up under. And this is why so many black people vote Democratic, because their parents before them vote Democratic. And everybody else before them vote Democratic. And so black folk are programmed to grow up and vote Democratic because my mama voted Democratic, my daddy voted Democratic, and the people before me voted, and all this other bullshit because we've been passed down this ignorant ass shit. I'm not knocking the Democratic Party. I'm not knocking the Republican Party. I don't fuck with either one of them. I don't give a damn about either party. I don't fuck with either party. But this is what we grew up under. This is our programming. This is the system, the matrix that we grow up in. And so, in order to be divergent, in order to be a real child of God, in order to be Neo, to get outside the fucking box, outside the fucking paradigm of everybody else, the norm, you got to heal your shit and understand who the fuck you are. We got to grow the fuck up. Yeah, I agree with you. Also, I tell people the same that, and the reason why I don't give a fuck about the parties, the Democratic Republican Party, is because when you look at it, the left wing, the right wing, they're all controlled by the same fucking bird. I'll say it again. And this is why we got to grow the fuck up. You got to understand this analogy. The left wing, the right wing, it flaps because the same fucking bird flapping the left wing is flapping the right wing. The same fucking bird controlling the left wing is controlling the right wing. The same fucking bird controls both wings. The same fucking bird, the same fucking people, the same fucking energy controls the Democratic Party and the fucking Republican Party. But because we're so fucking dumbed down, because we're so fucking stuck in our ignorance, we can't see that. And so we fight and argue with each other over which one's better, not even understanding the same fucking bird controls both. And that same bird is sitting there laughing at these dumbass, ignorant motherfuckers, thinking about, oh, this wing is better than this one. And it's the same fucking bird. But you so fucking woke, you so fucking deep, you so fucking educated, you so fucking enlightened, and you can't even comprehend that. You push your religious beliefs, and yet it's the same fucking energy, the same fucking entity is controlling the Muslims, controlling the Christians, controlling the Hindus, and every fucking thing else. But you're so divided. You're so knowledgeable. So you think, and you can't even see this. We got to grow up. We got to grow up. We got to stop trying to be like everybody else. We got to stop trying to fit in with everybody else. We got to stop trying to be accepted by everybody else. You didn't come here to be accepted by everybody. You didn't come here to be liked by everybody. Again, remember, and again, I'm not a Christian, but it was Jesus' own people who had him fucking killed. It was Jesus, Yahshua, whatever you want to call it. It was his own fucking people that dogged him out. Just like it was Hitler, a Muslim, I'm not Muslim, but a Jew who killed all the fucking Jews. Just like it was black folk, just like it was Africans who captured, who kidnapped other Africans and sold them into slavery. People that look just like us. And I don't care where you go, I don't care what continent you go to, whether you look at Genghis Khan, whether you go to Asia, whether you go to Europe, whether you go to South America, every people have dogged their own fucking people. Every culture have raped and pillaged and slaughtered their own fucking people. But then we want to change the fucking narrative and push this race is better than this race and this race is better and all this other stupid ass shit. We gotta grow up. We gotta grow up. We gotta learn to heal. And healing doesn't look good. Healing is an ugly process. If you've ever been cut or had a scar, you know that, man, it scabs over, it leaves a mark. It's an ugly process. And it got to go through that ugly stage in order for it to heal. And so it is in life. You got to be broken. You got to be humbled in order to begin that healing process. You got to get put to a place where I fucking surrender. You know what I mean? I fucking give up. I ain't got another one left in me. I'm done. Let me learn the motherfucking lesson. I can't go through this shit again. You got to be broken. You're going to be broken. The question is, are you going to heal? Healing is optional. Catch that. Healing is optional. You ain't got to heal. And the great majority of people don't heal. They become bitter and toxic and hateful and angry as fuck. We give up on love. We give up on people. We give up on everything because I don't want to fucking heal. I'm never gonna touch a motherfucking man again. I'm never gonna touch a fucking woman again. And and all this other bullshit. That's just signs that you haven't fucking healed. That's all that means. When you don't want to love, you haven't healed. I don't give a damn what you talk about. I don't give a damn what you say. You haven't healed. You haven't. When you're so consumed with and terrified of being hurt again, of being betrayed again, of being disappointed again, of being cheated on again. And so you choose not to engage in love because of all these other fears. You got to catch that. You got to understand that. We got to grow up. I see. Oh, God. I see that. We're talking about forgiveness. Forgiveness is part of the process. But humanity has made forgiveness seem so fucking weak. We've made forgiveness seem so fucking punkish. We've made forgiveness appear to be so fucking childish and so fucking immature. You cannot be all that you came here to be without forgiveness. You can't walk in your authority. You can't walk in your power carrying unforgiveness. I don't give a damn what they did. I don't give a damn what you've gone through. You've got to forgive them. Just like I had to forgive my father for murdering my mom. Just like I had to forgive those guys for molesting me at the age of 6. Just like I had to forgive them women for breaking my heart. See, when you hold unforgiveness, it's a prison that you trap yourself in. It's a wall that you build because you think you're fucking woke. It's a wall that you build to keep yourself from getting hurt. And so you think you're setting up healthy boundaries. And all you're being is fucking toxic as fuck. Masquerading your toxicity for healthy boundaries. So you're lying to everybody else and deceiving yourself. When you get down to the root, it's fear and it's unforgiveness. It's fear of being hurt again. It's unforgiveness for the person breaking your heart, for the person, whatever it is that they did to you. And sometimes you got to forgive yourself. And a lot of times, that's the hardest thing to do. See, it was easier for me to forgive my father than it was for me to forgive myself. It was easier for me to forgive those guys than it was for me to forgive myself because I'd been so damaged to think that I wasn't good enough. I've been so programmed to believe that I wasn't shit. And so every time I fucked up, every time I made a mistake, every time I didn't do what I should have done, that was a reminder to me of what everybody said growing up. Every time I made a mistake, every time I did something wrong, it was seen as confirmation to me that I wasn't amounting to shit and that everybody else was right. I was a fucking failure. I was a fucking loser. I was fucking stupid because that's what they told me. And no matter how hard I tried to be perfect, I could never be perfect. No matter how hard I tried to do everything right, I could never do everything right. And so I tore myself up for not being perfect. I tore myself up for being a fucking failure. I tore myself. How stupid do you have to be to do what to do? You're fucking dumb. You're fucking. Da, da, da. Why did you do? I'm tearing myself up because I wasn't perfect. And so I had to learn. Elijah, you're not perfect. Your daddy wasn't perfect. Those guys that molested you weren't perfect. The family that raised you wasn't perfect. Ain't not near one of you motherfuckers perfect. The women you were married to, the women you loved, that dogged you or whatever, they weren't perfect either. Ain't none of you motherfuckers perfect. What the fuck you tripping on? And so as you check that out, as you understand that you're not perfect, no one's perfect. We're all in the process of healing something. We're all in the process, or we should all be in the process of healing something. We all should be in the process of growing through something, of healing something, of releasing something. We're not perfect. And what made that clear to me was the Shannon. It was in the Bible where it says Jesus learned obedience through the things he suffered. Catch that. Say it again. The Bible says Jesus. And we all say that Jesus was perfect and Jesus was righteous and Jesus da, 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 da. And we have all these things adjectives to describe Jesus. But for some reason we just push over this part right here. For some reason we just we don't want to talk about the shit that Jesus had to suffer. We don't want to talk about the shit that Jesus had to learn. Because in order for Jesus to learn it, that means that at one point in time he didn't know it. So if he didn't know it, that means he wasn't perfect. We gotta grow the fuck up. We got to be honest about this shit. And so the Bible, Jesus learned obedience through the things he suffered. We all gotta grow up and learn some shit. Every one of us. Every one of us. The question is, are you willing to be honest with yourself? Are you willing to be honest with others? See, the great majority of us, we don't want to be honest and authentic with everybody else because we're afraid of what they're going to think about us. Man, family, I talked about this in the beginning. One of the brothers here, Paul Morbidelli, he's a moderator on the platform. He wrote this child book, um, Gabby's Galaxy, and it just talks about star seeds and just all the other different things. Um, I appreciate this, brother. This is my copy, hard copy. I'm gifting 5 of these away. If you're interested in a copy of this beautiful, amazing, insightful book, um, shoot an email to my um, email address, spiritual drill instructor. All that information is in the description again, spiritual drill instructor. And I'm gifting 5 of these away. I'm buying 5 of them and I'm gonna send them out. If you'd like to purchase a copy of this, again, I don't get anything from this. Um, I believe in leading by example. I believe in being a support. If we can't support each other, then we're no fucking good. If we can't look out for each other as a tribe, as a family, then we're really not one. We're really not role models and mentors. We're lying to ourselves and others. And so, man, as my way of showing support to this brother, man, I'm gonna buy 5 of these books and I'm gonna gift them out. If you're interested in one, again, if you're interested in purchasing it, you can buy it on Amazon. I believe it's Amazon, whatever it is. It's on Amazon and it's on barnesandnoble.com. Again, just shoot me an email at Gmail. It's I can't even talk. It's spiritual drill instructor. Spiritual drill instructor. Let me know that you would like a copy of this. And again, I'm gonna purchase 5 of them and send them out to people that Spirit tells them, God tells them to. If you like to purchase your own copy, man, you can do it at barnesandnoble.com or you can do it at amazon.com. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for rocking out with us. We'll be going live again next week, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Friday. Happy health, family. Peace.